Check, check, check. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Whoops. Gotta get myself situated. Ugh. And try not to wreck my desk. Good. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome back to the DAE's Create and Hang. My name's Emily. I do some of the marketing and communicating with parents and just making sure everybody knows how awesome DAE programs are. So that's what's going on. So here's the thing. I'm just gonna move this up a smidgy so you guys can see a little bit more of what I'm working on. I am on Scratch. I don't know if a lot of people knew this about me, but I used to teach Scratch, and right when it was sort of becoming more mainstream, we incorporated it into our classes, and it was so much fun that we ended up just building out a ton of curriculum. And my background isn't even in programming, but it was so much fun for me that I had to share it with the kiddos. So good times. Today we are going to be working on we're just gonna make like a virtual piano. I'm a musician, and I love to play the piano and sing and play the guitar, and so I thought, let's have a little bit of fun creating a virtual instrument. So let's just jump right into it. So we are on the Scratch homepage, scratch.mit.edu, or as my students used to like to say, scratch.mit.edu. Go into the upper left corner, and we're gonna click create, and we'll be off and running. And you see we have our Scratch cat, and good. I'm gonna get rid of him because I don't want the Scratch cat. I want to make a piano. So I'm not super duper familiar because I haven't been using Scratch 3 for very long because I haven't really been teaching it. So I've been discovering a lot of new things along the way, but I'm going to check out the sprites in the sprite library because they may have some musical instruments for me. Oh, this is pretty cool. No, they don't have what I'm looking for, and that's totally fine. Actually, I am going to put a keyboard here. And we're going to make it like 300. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make each individual sprite one key on the keyboard. And then I'm going to assign them key inputs to then play a piano sound. And I have sound blocks, I have sound. Ooh. Whoa, I have a bunch of cool stuff here. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Start sound. I used to be able to play notes. Let's go look in the more section. Music, there it is. Cool. Awesome. So did you guys see what I did? Oh, you couldn't see what I did. In the lower left-hand corner, there is this tiny little blue box. This is add extension. So what I did is I clicked that, and that was where I got prompted. I can add so many different cool things to my project, but I just chose music. So that's what I did. And now I got these green blocks that are the music blocks, and that's gonna be awesome. Although I probably could have used, no, it's fine. All right, so I'm gonna make my own keyboard. I'm gonna make it so I can play Mary Had a Little Lamb. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna paint my own sprite. So I went down here to the lower right and I dragged my mouse over the little cat icon and I selected paint. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a simple shape. It's not gonna be anything fancy. And maybe what I'll do, I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of wing it because, you know, just in the name of having a little bit of fun here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this, and I want to sort of make it look like it's like a piano key. This is gonna be my piano key. Now, I'm going to, I'm gonna make it so there's 5 programmable keys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna duplicate this, but before I do that, I actually want to do a little bit of programming first. And you don't have to do it this way, but my thing is like, I just have some sort of go-to, because I've been doing this for such a long time, I have these sort of go-to little things that I do to save time. And one of them is if I know that a sprite's gonna have a very similar piece of code, I'd rather just program it first and then duplicate the sprite, because duplicating the sprite also duplicates the code inside of it and like whatever else, whatever costumes, whatever sounds are inside of it. And that's kind of what my go-to move to save time is. So, got the piano key. Basically, I want to bind it to, I want whatever is going to happen, the noise, the color effect, maybe it's gonna pop out real quick, whatever animation, I want it to be tied to a key press. And I'm gonna use these keys in the middle, J, H, G, and then K and L over on the right. So I'm gonna have 5 keys. So I'm programming Mary Had a Little Lamb, but I want to be able to play it. But with those 5 keys, you can play so many songs. You can play, Twinkle, Twinkle, oh no, I'm giving you the wrong information. Like, hot cross buns, one a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Those 3 notes. We're gonna do 5, but anyway, you got my point. Also, my students used to hate it when I sang. So naturally, I would sing more because it was fun. I love to sing. Piano simulator. Alright, so here's the deal. I want to play a sound. I want it to have an animation. I want it to be really fun and interactive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first do on a key press. So when space key is pressed, but I'm going to start with G. G is going to be like my root note here. Excuse me. E, F, G. There we go. On G pressed. When G key pressed, excuse me. I'm going to make it so the note obviously needs to be played. So I'm going down here to music, and we're going to play note 60, right? And this actually gives me a little keyboard, which is awesome. So I'm going to play this note for 0.25 beats. So what we can really do is, like, Scratch has a certain like default that it'll set music to, and it has like a default tempo, a default instrument is what I mean by that. So now whenever I hit the G key, it's gonna play it. But I want to go a step further. I want it to pop out, light up. Yeah, I want it to pop out and light up. So what I'm gonna really quickly have it do is I want it to change the size, because that's how it's gonna look like it's popping out. So I'm gonna set the size to, let's say 110%. And then it's gonna wait just a tiny fraction of a second. It's gonna wait just a tick. And then it's gonna set the size back. All right, so let's just test it out. See that? That's kind of fun, right? So, should I have it do that? You know what? Let's do 115. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make these a parallel piece of code, and here's why. Because we don't want to wait until the node is done. We want them to happen simultaneously. Good. All right. So let's see what else is going on. Oh, I wanted to change color. So I'm going to and here's the thing. I don't want it to be the same color every time. So I'm actually going to choose a random color between 1 and 100, because that's kind of like the spectrum that Scratch uses. So, ooh, I'm very excited now. All right, so these, just gonna duplicate this one more time because I want this to happen all at the same time. I'm going to set my color effect to pick a random 1 to 100. Did you see how I used a math operator there? So that was a pick random, and I can actually slide that right in here. And then I'm gonna wait a fraction of a second, and I'm gonna set the color back to 0. Because that's my default color. All right, let's try it. Okay. It's going a little too fast, and that's fine. We'll set it for the amount that the beat goes to. That's awesome. All right. I'm pretty sure that that's like pretty much it. It really is a very simple piece of code. And then we're just going to duplicate it. We're going to duplicate the sprite 5 times. We have to go in and change a few things, obviously. So actually, let's do it one at a time. All right. So we're going to go into... Now I'm in the sprite 2. We're going to pick the next node up. And I think that's pretty much going to be it. Oh, nope. Nope. It's not the G key. It's going to be the H key. So I got to go in here and just change all these real quick. Awesome. All right, let's keep going. So what key is this going to be now? Okay, this is going to be the K key. And mind you, these are all like in a line on your keyboard. I know it seems like they're not in order, but they are. So these keys run right sideways through the middle of your keyboard, and it's just like sort of like an ergonomic thing. You know, you want them to be kind of in a line. You don't want to be searching around. Where is my K? JJK, there it is. KK. All right, we're gonna pick the next note up. All right, let's give it a test. Whoops, and I messed it up. So I assigned it to K when I should have assigned it to J. So I'm just going to quickly fix that. JK. There it is. J. J. Right. There it is. Now for this keyboard, I don't have any black keys. Yeah, and that's fine. My keyboard, the thing about Scratch projects is you get to make it however you want it. So if your imagination says that this is what's happening, then that's totally fine. Now I'm going to K. So I'm so digging this music. Alright. Whoops. I didn't choose the right note. There it is. There we go. Alright, and last key. And this almost looks like more like a xylophone. Maybe I do change it to a xylophone. Of course, then xylophones involve you actually hitting the key with like a mallet or something, but you know what? Sky's the limit. Okay, and then the last one is L. Whoops. Okay. So now I can play anything that I want with these 5 notes. I'm gonna turn my music off for a second. So, or, what's the other one? The Ode to Joy? Hey! Not too shabby, huh? Yeah, so that's just like a super simple little project. Let's make a nice background for it as well. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, and let's make a little part of the backdrop that says, this part isn't really doing anything for me, so I think I'm just gonna delete it. And let's say, what melody can you play using only these 5 notes. So it's going to force the user to be sort of creative here. Now I'm going to go in and actually write on the notes. I'm going to write what they are. G. H. J. K and L. Now this is more like of an aesthetic kind of choice, but I like it when things look nice. And I think a lot of people that use Scratch also would agree with me. It's almost just as fun to like make the art and the aesthetics as it is to do the programming. Which is kind of the neat part of Scratch, is that like it caters to like a lot of different interests and skill levels, which I think is awesome. There we go. All right. Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Mary had a little lamb, whoops, Mary had a little lamb, his face was white as snow. So yeah, that's our game, pals. I'm just gonna keep it really simple this time around. But if you guys want to know more, definitely check out the other projects in our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and share with friends. And if you want to find out more about our awesome online lessons, we have group classes, private classes, a whole bunch of awesome really fun stuff going on over at the Digital Arts Experience online, so check that out, thedae.com. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks again. My name's Emily, and join me every Monday and Tuesday for some Scratch lessons. Just having a blast, doing some coding, making some awesome projects. So we'll see you very soon. Thanks. Have a great one.